Hello there, I'm Isaac Yinka and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be looking at three purpose lessons from history. And our case study from today is Moses from the Bible. Stay tuned. Number one, intimacy. The primary lesson we'll learn from the life of Moses is a life of consistency in intimacy. Let us back up a bit and check the background of Moses. We see Moses growing up in the house of Pharaoh. We see him growing. We know the Egyptians to be a people of sorcery, witchcraft, and divination, all sorts of black magic. But then you see this guy journey from that place to the place where he first had an encounter with God, the burning bush, and journeying even deeper into a place where his face began to reflect the glory of God. And other humans like him had to use a veil to cover his face because they couldn't just look at another human's face. We saw the level of intimacy we had, and it is very nice to deduce that the secret of the leadership skills or leadership prowess of Moses is in intimacy. So for anybody who will literally do much in journeying with God and be an authority on it, one of the primary things you must learn is what? Intimacy. Number two, fear. Moses had the fear of God. Moses had the fear of God. We saw his reaction every time the Israelites doubted God's ability to provide. Every time they exercised doubts, fear, discouragement, complaints, murmurs, we always see his reaction. We saw his reaction when God offered to kill all the Israelites and make a generation out of him. We saw that this guy was not the person who was after selfish ambition. He wanted the name of the Lord alone to be glorified, and that was what he actually used to speak to God. If you killed all the Israelites now, what do you think other nations will say? You brought them out so you can kill them. He had the fear of the Lord. He revered God. We saw that in his journey with God, and this is a very paramount thing that must be imbibed in the life of everybody. Another side of fear he had earlier in his journey was he was scared of talking, which could have been a sign of a low self-esteem because he was a stammerer. Even though God was willing to tell him, go on, move on, I will use you, he still had to ask God to appoint Aaron as a spokesperson, and God had no choice to appoint Aaron as a spokesperson. Number three, we saw Moses live the life of obedience to the instructions of God. When he did not know what to do, he went and asked. When he asked, he heard. As he heard, he obeyed. And we saw that his leadership was seamless, although the Israelites were a pain in his neck, and it caused him much worries. But we saw that he had a lifestyle of obedience. Even when his father-in-law gave him an advice on leadership, and how to judge the children of Israel, so he doesn't wear himself out. We saw that he obeyed too. And one primary place where he did not obey was where God told him he wouldn't make it into the promised land. God told him to speak to the rock, and he struck it. And he also called the children of Israel stiff-necked people, a name that only God had called them before. And I think this made God displeased, and he said he's not going to make it into the promised land if you only see it or not step into it. So these are primary things we can learn from the life of Moses. Let me know which lessons taught you the most. Thank you for staying tuned. Watch out for a new video next week. Ensure you like, subscribe, and turn on the notification button so that you can get new videos once we release them. God bless you.